Hi beautiful souls, welcome back to this channel for another astrology video, and today we're going to do the Venus in Capricorn. So I have made a Venus introduction video, links up above in the description box below, so you can check out that video first to know exactly what Venus is doing in your chart, and then come back and watch this video. So if you have a Venus in Capricorn, you can either be a Capricorn sun, you can also be a Sagittarius sun, or you can be a Scorpio sun, or you can have your sun in Aquarius or your sun in Pisces and have your Venus in Capricorn. But you can't really have your sun in any of the other zodiac signs because Venus doesn't move more than 2 signs away from the sun. So I'm gonna divide this video into 4 parts. First, I'll talk about the kind of style in terms of clothing, appearance, things like that of the Venus in Capricorn. Then I'll talk about the seduction style of the Venus in Capricorn, and then I'll talk about what these people are attracted to, and then I'll go to the relationship style. So if you're watching this and you are a straight woman, the parts that will apply to you will be the style, the seduction style, the clothing style, the seduction style, and the relationship love style. If you are a gay woman, however, the parts that will apply to you will be everything. So the clothing style, the seduction style, what you are attracted to in another person, and also your relationship style. If you are a straight man, the parts that will apply to you will be what you are attracted to and the relationship style. And if you are a gay man, the parts that will apply to you will be your relationship style and partially your seduction style. Okay, so let's get started. We've got Scarlett Johansson. She's actually a Sagittarius, right? And she's got a Venus in Capricorn, and you can see that, you know, I feel like these people can really kind of pull off the little black dress trend really well. And usually I tend to like people who have their Venus in Capricorn because their Venus would kind of fall into my 7th house, so I kind of like them. I feel like at some point in their lives, these women will be kind of wearing a suit. You know, this very classic Alicia Keys outfit, okay, that we've got here. So very Venus and Capricorn, and they tend to really like plain clothing without too many patterns on them, and black and white seems to really be a thing. Although of course, like Kate Bosworth, who is a Capricorn sun and Capricorn Venus, so it's like this balance where most of what they wear will seem kind of very sophisticated and classy, but they'll add a splash of colors onto there as well. Even though like they have curvy edges, but they can have curvy edges in terms of their body, but even though that might happen, they would still kind of prefer clothes that seem to have like sharper edges to them than something very flowy or very floral-ish. Not really, I don't really see that on a lot of Venus and Capricorn women, but you know, of course it could happen. Oh yes, I feel like there's a very similar style to the Venus and Virgo style. However, there's more of this girl boss theme surrounding them. Whatever they choose to wear, it just makes them seem so sophisticated and really classy. Probably the most sophisticated of all the zodiac Venus sign styles, but it's also like they hold themselves very well in terms of their mannerisms, and the clothes that they wear will hold their personality very well. Yeah, and this first part might also apply to you if you have a rising in Capricorn, but just the first part. So when it comes to the seduction style of these women, what I notice, or yeah, what I noticed about them is that they seem to almost have a nonchalant attitude about them. Like they don't care too much about the world of dating. Of course, they're gonna be very friendly to you. Yeah, they can be very friendly and have a good conversation with you and be really funny and be very engaging, but it's kind of like at the end of the day, it's like, all right, bye. Like they're not really gonna necessarily show much interest in you very quickly or very soon at all. With a Venus in Capricorn, you have this aura about you wherein you demand respect, because yes, you will be soft and sweet. A lot of them are very sweet looking, sweet energy around them, but they're also have this very capable and ambitious energy around them. And when you mix these two together, you feel like this woman is demanding respect from you, and you want to give her that kind of respect. And that is how she seduces you, by making you feel like she is so at the top of her game. She's a quality woman. Like she's gonna appear to be very self-sufficient and very reliable and very capable. And you know, she's not gonna seem like she's in it for the fun and games at all. She could even be like a Sagittarius with some other Aquarius quirky stuff going on, and then she's got like her Venus in Capricorn, and then woof, it's like she's very grounded and she has a lot of common sense. She's not gonna be swooned by your whatever you think that you can kind of charm her. She'll kind of be giving off this vibe that like, you think you're charming, but I can see through you and I don't play these kind of games. Also a sense of composure and wisdom surrounding her that, you know, it seems like she's very mature. Like she might not look mature, like she could have like, I don't know, like a Gemini rising and look very youthful and things, but if she has a Venus in Capricorn, then it's kind of like, you know, in terms of dating and romance, she will appear to be mature. So if you have a Venus in Capricorn, what are you attracted to? So of course you'll be kind of attracted to the celebrities that I showed you earlier and the way that they come off, but you're really gonna like a person who has their own life, who has their own ambitions and their own goals, and they're independent. You love that about them. You like that they strive. You like the strength of that kind of a person. Yeah, you might even like someone who has achieved something in their life. You know, if they wear like a business suit of some kind, you could be attracted to that. So you would like someone who has almost like a protective aura around them. Someone who can almost seem like they're a parental figure, but mainly it's that warm, protective energy that they've got. You like it when people are mature, of course, when they're wise, when they give great advice, when they have great perspective, the wisdom of perspective about life. Someone who respects you and who demands respect is going to be a big thing. So let's get into the relationship or the love style of the Venus in Capricorn. So because Capricorn is ruled by the planet Saturn, which is the planet of delays and karma and hard lessons and the tough teacher. Sorry, but this is not an easy Venus placement to have, because of the way that you express yourself causes you to come into situations where it's just hard in a relationship. So love can kind of seem like it's a climb up a really high mountain to the Venus in Capricorn. And a lot of their relationships will feel to them like there's a karmic tie to it, like there's a certain fatedness in the relationships that they get into, but at the same time it's like they get into relationships with people where they have karmic bond too. Because this Venus, because Capricorn is, you know, ruled by the 10th house, it's ambitious, it's your reputation, it's the public image that you would like the world to see you as. What can kind of happen with the Venus in Capricorn in the earlier stages of their lives, you will kind of, without knowing, most likely it's unconscious, fall for people who you deem to be successful, or you feel that they have a good image in the society, whatever that image is for you, depending on your Venus house placements, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna date someone rich or someone who's like a CEO, but whatever you consider, according to other things in your chart, to be a good image, or the image that you would like to be seen with in the world, that's what you are kind of attracted to, the relationships that you get into, kind of in the early stages of your life. So Saturn is kind of trying to teach you the lesson here, right? That image isn't everything. They can feel the pain and the heartbreak really, really strongly. You know, when the relationships don't work out, it hits them at their core. And you, with the Venus in Capricorn, will become very cautious as a result of this. You hold on to the pain much stronger than a lot of other Venus placements will. Especially if you have more water in your chart and things like that, or more Scorpio placements, then it's felt really deeply and really hard. The pain is real for you guys. So yeah, you can kind of shut yourself to love for many, many years because of this heartbreak. And I really mean like many years, like 10 years, or maybe just 5 or 6 years, but you will kind of shut yourself off to protect your heart. And in this process, you can devote yourself a lot to your work and your ambitions. So it becomes a love of pursuing an appropriate partnership, a partnership with a really great image, to pursuing a goal, a career. So you kind of channel your love into your work. So yes, you can date people during this time when you're still kind of shutting your heart out, but you know, you won't really go further than that, mainly because one, you're setting the bar really high now. Your standards have been raised really high. And when I say high, I don't necessarily mean that the person has to be capable and ambitious and make a lot of money and so and so. But in terms of like, you're not just searching for that image anymore. You're now searching for something more, something deeper, something that will last. So the standards have become higher. And yes, of course, because you don't want to have to go through another heartbreak, you can still date, but then like kind of not really move into something more for a while. But during this time when you are shutting yourself off, you find that you are able to commit to yourself more. You come to terms with what it's like to feel a little bit lonely. You come to terms with what it's like to really devote yourself to your job. So it's kind of like, instead of searching for someone to marry, you now search and seek to marry yourself. And that is where the lesson, the lesson of Saturn is fulfilled here in this Venus placement. It's almost like you can understand the value of a deeper relationship because you can understand the value of a depth in your ambition. So it's kind of like these two things come parallel, you know? When you can marry, like really marry your ambitions, you can find someone that you can actually marry, like a person, you know what I mean? And when you do find someone that, okay, now you consider you would actually get into the relationship with this person, you will still take your time, you know? You're not necessarily like the most passionate person out there, but you will be more focused on building a life with this person, how you can be stable, how you can make them happy by being able to provide for them. You know, you might work like extra hours just to save money so that you can build, can buy a house, or you can build a life with someone. You might try to get a raise or a promotion if you feel like the two of you together, materially and kind of social standing wise, not matching, like you will work hard to make those things match. Yeah, if the position that you have at work is not stable enough, you will work hard to get that promotion so you can have a more stable career, to have something stable in your life, so that your partner will feel safe with you. It's really, really beautiful. You're someone who would rather fight through the tough times rather than just quit on someone. That's kind of not a Venus in Capricorn thing, because you already know what it feels like to have a heartbreak. So you kind of don't want that person to have to go through the same thing. There is an element of respect. You know, you're not someone who will make promises that you can't really keep. So you'll be very careful with your words, and you will say things, promises that you can't keep. And you know, you're not going to embarrass the person that you love in public. You know, you're not going to be like using rude words or swearing at that person. You're gonna be very loyal and true, and you might even hold them up on a pedestal. You know, if a Venus in Capricorns loves you, they might view you as like a trophy wife or put you on a pedestal. You know, that can happen. But it'll not be like in a very obvious way. Like, they'll not tell you that. But the way they behave, the way they act, you'll know that they respect you a lot. And the thing that I love most about this Venus placement is that they will take care of you. They will provide and provide and provide for you. That is what the Venus in Capricorn is looking to do. Even if you're a woman, you want to be able to somehow provide for your life with this person materially, you know, because it is important to have something to move your relationship to another level and to keep it moving to the next level. It does require a certain amount of success in the material world, okay? So that is my take on the Venus in Capricorn. I really like this Venus placement, like I said. So if you have this, please comment below. Let us know what your experiences have been. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button below if you haven't. If you've already subscribed, then thank you very much for coming along with us on astrology, on these astrology growth journeys, growing, learning together, and having better relationships with the people around us. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.
Thank you.